Welcome back to Range Anxiety TV, and today I'm going to tell you about when I got chastised. You see, some time back, a few months ago, Mercedes released the G580, which is an electric G-Class. Now, we all know the G-Class, right? It's like the gangster, rapper, World War II inspired Mercedes four-wheel drive thing, the tank, whatever, and it's cool. It's cool to some, not so cool to others, but apparently the electric one wasn't receiving very much in the way of sales, and people were saying it's a flop. So I got on Facebook and said, obviously it's a flop because the bumbag wearing gold chain brigade don't want to drive an EV. Who would buy such a thing? Now, problem is that Mercedes then got onto me, Mercedes-Benz only, lovely people that I know, and said, Martin, I think you should drive one of these things. It might change your mind. And I'm going, yeah, nah, surely not. But anyway, who am I to say no to driving around a free car for a day? So I got down to Mercedes, had a look at the car, got in, it was raining cats and dogs. It was pretty awful. Drove it home, parked it out the front, had a bit of a look around it, took a picture of the badges, did all of that sort of thing that, you know, you would normally do when you're assessing a new car. And we did that. Look at that. That's a guy called Cat Weasel. Now, he definitely wouldn't be, except with the beard, he definitely wouldn't be buying a G-Class because every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man, apparently. That's not him. So drove it home. It was wet. It was raining. Loaded up the wife, Lisa D, because she loves a good Benz and she loves a good EV and she loves the, you know, image-styled things. And there's no mistaking a G for anything but a G. And to tell you the truth, you don't know it's an EV. And for some people, that's the best thing. You don't know it's an EV because it looks just like any other G, but without all of the Chinese bordello exterior badging and interior and stupid side pipes and all that sort of thing. So I went into it with an open mind, albeit a closed wallet. First things first, everyone said to me, did you do a tank turn? There's a tank turn. It's because it's got four motors, one on each wheel. The motors can turn the opposite way to each other and make the thing spin on the spot. You got to jump through a few hoops to make that happen and hold the steering wheel dead straight. It's a party trick, right? And to me, that's not part of the car. I mean, it's cool and, you know, you'll do it like, it's like making a Tesla fart. It's entertaining, but it's not really what it's there. You know, it's not really, to me, part of the car. So I didn't bother doing it. Plus, I didn't want to go back and say, look, I tore an axle out of this thing, being a knucklehead, because I surely wouldn't be getting any more cars. To me, least important bit, didn't do it. Put up some numbskull doing it. Bob's your uncle. Not for me. So we took it out for the day and I did the hills run part of it. I drove it up the freeway. There I am driving it, smiling with a Cyber truck top on. It's about the only hoodie I've got. But anyway, I drove it up the freeway and it was a cool thing, you know. Drove well. The ride is just to die for. The suspension in the thing is epic. It just soaks up anything, any bump, any surface. It is really, really good. And while I was doing that, I'm getting poked and pushed in the back because Lisa D's playing with the massage chairs. And I'm like, getting contorted as I'm driving it. But yeah, it feels like Goebbels has got his knee in your back, but I'm sure it would be very relaxing over a long trip. To me, I couldn't get the seat quite back in the right position afterwards. So thank you, Lisa D, for doing that for me. As I said before, the badging is subtle. There's no great sign that it's an EV, which I think is a good thing if you just want a G-Class. And you get in it and drive it. It's easy like an EV and it's fast. It's super fast, like foot down, front wheels, like wheel spin in the wet, and it torque steers a bit. Like it's no slouch for something that weighs like a huge amount of weight, like 3 ton and a bit. Yeah, it's a heavy old chook. It's much heavier than the petrol ones, but it is what it is. The drive and ride is nice, like I said. The consumption is just crazy. Going up the freeway, the climb out of Adelaide, I was averaging like 300 watt hours per mile as a tractor, a bit like a G-Class. 300 watt hours per kilometre, which is about 1.7 times what a Tesla would use in that, like a Model 3 Performance, even a thirsty Tesla like mine would use. So it's no thing of beauty when it comes to efficiency. What that really means is with its 122, 123 kilowatt hour pack, the battery pack that it has, that it still doesn't get incredible range. You know, on the freeway, you'd be looking at mid 200s, I reckon, tops, and around town, probably low threes. But I mean, let's face it, there's lots of chargers around now, and plan your trip accordingly, but I think most of these will be doing shopping centre crawling rather than serious off-road. However, I digress. Should you want to do serious off-road, then these things are more capable than any other G version, I believe, to date. With a motor on each wheel, they can vector torque and do all sorts of things that the normal petrol one can't. It requires a mechanical lockers. As well as that, there is a lot more instant torque. It has modes for rock and crawl and sand and all of that shenanigans. And has a lot of flex, as you can see up in those photos, that can pick up wheels. It super handy thing off road. You just might need to stop 8 times to charge it before you get to the rocks. And I mean, someone like Gareth there, who goes on his way home every night via the Simpson Desert, to him it wouldn't be a very useful tool, but off-road it would like smash his Challenger into a million pieces. You just got to get there first. And therein lays the problem, but I suppose you can do a tank turn when you get there. Overall, it's a very capable car. It's not for me. I'm not a huge G fan, never have been, but I can understand why some people like them. You know, it didn't turn a super lot of heads because, and that's good in my opinion, because people just thought it was just another sort of a G, and didn't turn a lot of heads, but it did everything it did very well, albeit thirstily. It's priced at 280 or 90k versus 440 for the petrol one, so you get a lot of change to charge a thing up. And it just makes a lot of sense. So thanks MB Only for letting me drive it. It was appreciated, and it did change my opinion on the car. However, I'm not buying one, no matter how hard I'm getting pushed at home to do exactly such a thing. So thanks once more for watching Range Anxiety TV.